What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the PG Sports Podcast. Our special guest today is Pharoah Kirk, fashion designer. He's done a lot of stuff with athletes. We're going to talk about his brand, chop it up, probably just ask each other questions at one point. Talk about some cereal. We're going to be talking about a lot about some cereal. What's up, Marcus? I'm about to get him in here now. There we go. Got some light. Got some better light. I got the air horn going. Hey! I got the air horn ready. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. We in here, baby.
Yeah, it was funny because I was looking for this like the other day, and I remember like me and my friends used to make like prank calls, and they're like all these soundboards, like people's voices.
Yo, you remember them yak backs? Like when we were kids? I will send you a picture. Like it was a yak back. Like you could record something and then it would like play it back as if like exactly what it was. And I used to prank call everybody with different like things, and I was like, as soon as they would answer the phone, I would press play on that yak back. But it was like it was real small. It was like that big, but it was like definitely fit in your pocket. Thing is perfect, man.
Well, I think you're a little older than me though.
Oh, come on, man! You still would have played with it as a kid.
Oh man, so
how you doing, man? It's the weekend, man. I'm glad it's the weekend. What's crazy is it's like it doesn't even feel like Friday. Like this week, I thought it was Tuesday, and it was really Wednesday.
Yeah, I thought yesterday was Friday.
See, I'm lost with the days. So
the only reason why I know the days is because which people are coming on that day.
Yo, that's it. I just look at my calendar and boom, I'm in there, man.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Like like the weekends come up and then you're usually like, all right, I'm gonna go like hang out with my friends or do something. Like I'm just like, all right,
I'm just trying to sleep.
Going to the other room.
Same thing. Yep, I'm not doing anything. EP44, my friend EP44 just popped in.
Yeah. So what were you like work wise? What were you doing before like the virus hit?
Dude, it's crazy because right before this all hit, I was talking with an agent today, and we were coincidentally talking about this, but we both missed our flights at the NFL Combine. So we went straight to the bar, and literally that was our last time. Like a week later, boom, everything's like the world shut down. So I was at the NFL Combine working with different prospects, people like Tua, Jalen Hurts, getting them like prepared and talking with their agents about the actual draft itself, because at that time we thought the draft was going to be going on.
Yeah, what I know me and you kind of briefly talked about it through text, but what first of all, did anybody even wear a suit? I don't know if they did.
I saw no one person did. Tua wore a suit. But at that point, it was like it's difficult because like a lot of people don't know. It's like they're under the impression that you just put a suit on and then boom, that's it. But it's more like it's more behind the scenes. It's like marketing activations. It's different activations that go on. So you can literally wear a basic suit and get no activations, or you can have a great suit on, and next thing you know, you got all these endorsements coming, and next thing you know, you probably got $10 million in endorsements just because you looked great on the red carpet. So
yeah. What's up, Irv? Yeah, what about like since you do all the suits, could you tell what kind of suit it is, like just by looking at it?
Yes and no. So I can know if it's a custom suit or not. But also so there's different things like clothing wise. The best example I can give you is, how like if you're playing football, like most of the guys always talk about like their shoulder pads and stuff being on, like they don't have like.
I heard you hate those.
Oh my God, yeah, dude, like that shoulder pads have to go. Like I'm tired of that shit. But no, like you can different guys like the mask. If we talk about face masks, like a linebacker's mask versus a kicker's mask or a running back's mask. So like for me, it's like I'm able to tell different type of suits just from the way that they hug and fit the body. I can tell if they're custom or not.
Yeah. I guess I feel you too, because now that I know a lot about t-shirts, and I can tell when people are wearing a crappy t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So how'd you get into all this, and like when did you start your brand? And wait, you have two brands now?
I have
'Cause
two
I see,
brands now.
or are you rebranding? Because I
No,
see you've been doing something.
I have two brands.
Okay.
So how I got into this was my parents have always been entrepreneurs,
Mhm.
and they owned dry cleaners for like all of my life, but I never wanted to take over the family business. It was like one of those things like they'll be like, "Hey, we're going to the cleaners, like we're going to work," and I'd be like, "Oh," like I'd be mad. So I would hate going. And I knew like it was coming of age. Like I had the, like you need something to do. And
Yeah.
I played basketball, but I knew I wasn't going to the NBA or going anywhere. So I'm like, I need to do something. So I always loved fashion. And then what happened was I got in college, and my old roommate, he's 7 feet tall, and it was like highly recruited. And Nike was sending stuff all the time to us, but when they were sending stuff, his pants were like too short. His hoodie was always like the sleeves would be perfect, but like at the bottom part, like it would rise above his butt. Like it would, he just looked a mess. So I'm like, dude, like there has to be something out there. So 2015 is when I was like, you know what? Let me start working on a brand. So I created the brand then, and I never wanted to be in the limelight. So I created Christian Henry. So Christian Henry was actually created first, and Christian Henry just like took off from 2018 to 2019. I had the most guys in the draft. Like it literally like overnight, like it just went crazy. And then after that, like guys started, different teams asking me for NBA and NFL. They started asking me for, different things. They started asking me for hoodies. They started asking me for T-shirts, track suits. And I'm like, man, I can't put this underneath the Christian Henry brand. So which evolved Pharoah. And now I work with different designers. I have different designers underneath me. I have different stylists underneath me, and we get it done.
All right, before I ask you other questions, but no, we got to go back more. Like,
Okay.
so, like, first of all, actually, I thought you were from New York, but you're from Detroit, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, tell me about, like, growing up in Detroit and, like, yeah, where'd you go to college?
So growing up in Detroit, was actually fun. Like it's dope. A lot of people don't know, but like Detroit in Canada is like literally when I say right next to each other, like you can stand literally like on. Well, we don't really have a beach, but you can see, like you would think of it like a beach, and you look across the water, and literally you're looking right at Canada. Like you're looking in the buildings. So just growing up, like we used to party in Canada a lot. We used to just cross the bridge and go over there. Detroit
Oh,
was
yeah,
just
the legal drinking age is lower, right?
yeah, legal drinking age is lower, so it was dope times growing up there.
You
And
need
then
a passport, right, at the time?
not at
Yeah,
that time.
yeah,
And then when things changed, like in 2001, so we didn't need a passport, but we had like a special license, like what they call it,
yeah,
an enhanced driver's license. Dude, all you do is just flash the license, and bam, next thing you know, you're in Canada, and
yeah.
2 a.m. you're trying to hurry up and get home before you get in trouble for curfew.
That's dope.
But
Um,
school wise, so I played ball at two different schools. I played ball at Stillman College in Alabama. I never wanted to stay home for school. Like I wanted to see the rest of the world.
yeah,
So any scholarship that came from in Michigan, like whether it be University of Michigan, I was like, nope, I'm good. And then I started getting like mid-major offers. And then what was happening was I didn't like the places that they were. They were like one was in Ohio, and I'm like, dude, I'm good on going to Ohio. Like I want to do something fun. Well, what happened is I took too long to find a school, and so all the scholarships were getting taken up. So I ended up going to Stillman College, which is a D2 school in Alabama. And I'm like, took all my time to only end up in Alabama. But it was really dope. You could probably hear my accent because I've been down there for like so long. And then I transferred to Tuskegee University. Really good education. Um, they're considered like an Ivy League type school. So it's just really dope.
yes, yeah. Actually, I saw that we had one mutual friend on Facebook. I don't know if you actually know him. It was Sly Washington.
Nope.
I think he went to your school, but he's younger than you.
Did he play a sport?
No.
Okay. Like, cause
Yeah.
we all like sports
You
wise,
might
we
have
all
crossed paths with him in the entertainment world because he's like a host.
okay.
So
I have to look
that's
him up.
probably, yeah. So that was interesting because he's from Connecticut.
And that's funny
Yeah,
because like the whole tri-state area, like when I was in school, I didn't know what the hell a tri-state area was. Like I knew New York, I knew
yeah,
Connecticut, and I knew Jersey. Like I knew them as all separate.
yeah.
But we used to have like these little school clubs, and they'd be like, "Yo, tri-state club," and I'm like,
Oh,
"What's a
it's just for
tri-state?"
kids from that area.
Yeah, it was kids from that area, and then
Oh,
like
that's
we had
funny.
a lot of people like from like it was literally over 100 people in that club at
Yeah,
school.
so was that like, were you in any like culture shock like going down to the south?
Yeah. Um, Things are like different down there. So like
Yeah.
the crazy thing about being down there is the value of Jordans is so much higher than it is up like in northern states. Like down there, like everything is Jordan. And so when I got down there, kids was wearing Jordans, like that's all they wore. Like their house slippers were Jordans. And so it became a thing where like I had to have the latest Jordans. And so yeah, I am a little older than you, but Girbaud jeans was the biggest thing. So they would have Girbaud jeans with the straps, and then you would have
Talking about the big ones, like the baggy ones.
the baggy ones, and then you would have Jordans. And so when I went to school, um, let's see, Lil Wayne had just dropped the Carter 2,
Okay.
and like things
Fire
were
name.
like that's how you know things like time wise. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was the Carter 2, but like that's a D4L, like or lean with it, rock with it, like the white tees.
Mhm.
Um, Kamal said I'm showing my age. Yeah, I'm in my 30s. That's all we're gonna say. But yeah, definitely. Alabama was like a big culture shock for me. Like things were just so slow. Yo, I would listen to music and I would come home for like spring break, or I would come home for like actually not spring break because I only had 1 year of spring break because of basketball. But I would come home for like Christmas and Thanksgiving. It was like coming back to reality or coming back to like real world.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm hearing music. I'm like, yo, I've never heard this. And people are like, yo, you haven't heard this? Like this has been out for like months, dude. And I'm
yeah.
like, no, I haven't heard this.
That's crazy. I remember the first time I came back from college. I mean, I only lived like a half hour away, but I remember it didn't feel like my house anymore.
Dude, no, like definitely one. First off, my dog took my room, so like it wasn't happening.
Yeah, so I
But
couldn't even imagine you went that far away. So you were probably
it,
just like, where am I?
it was different,
Yeah,
and it was like after a while, I felt like I lived down south, so I
yeah,
started doing things down south. Like I started not coming home because I felt like I was living down there. So I would not see my friends. I would go to Atlanta. I would definitely go like what they call PCB, so which is Panama City Beach. So I was always going to Panama City. Like it was just a
Spring
lot
break.
of fun. Dude, like basketball, like Florida's team, Florida State, Oklahoma, like we would always all see each other. Georgia Tech, we would all see each other because we were all down south. So we'd see each other like on spring break or, just something to do down there.
Gotcha. Did you guys play like any D1 schools? I know sometimes they do it at like the beginning of the year.
Yeah, so we played Alabama when I was at Stillman. Um, and so I'm used to playing in front of big crowds because in Michigan, like the school that I went to, they kind of like recruited you.
Yeah.
So I went to a like it was almost like Oak Hill, if you know about like Oak Hill, like
Yeah.
with Mello. So it was like Oak Hill. So I'm used to playing in front of big crowds, and like when we played at Alabama, and I'm like, dude, I'm not used to playing in front of 20,000 fans. Like I'm used to playing in front of 3,000 and 4,000, but 20,000 but it was great, man. The lights came on, and then hey, it was time to show out.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, I got to throw myself out there, but I have an ESPN top 10 play from that game.
Oh
Um,
yeah, you got the video?
I can't find the video, but I saw it on YouTube like a couple years ago. I was skinny as hell back then, but it definitely brought back memories. And the guy that I was guarding, his name was Ernest Shelton. Yo, he lit my ass up for like 20, I think it was like 22 points. And like, I want to say 6 of them were threes. And yo, he was running me through all type of screens and everything. Yo, he lit me up. Yes, I already know before I was going to look that up, but yeah, definitely, man.
No, we gotta find that clip. We gotta
That's
find the top 10 clip.
yeah. I remember the play like it was yesterday,
So
but
yeah, so what did you do in the play?
so what happened was I played the passing lane on defense, and
Mhm.
so I stole the ball, and the point guard was already their point guard was already sitting at half court, so it became like a one-on-one as I was going to score, and I didn't know that there was a guy behind me. So what happened is I put the ball through my legs, like through the front side,
Yeah.
um, and I did a spin move at the same time. Both guys collided together,
Oh
like
my
they
God.
because he went for the steal,
Yeah.
and he ran into the guy behind me because I had spun, and as I was spinning, that's when I realized, oh my God, there's a guy behind me, and then I laid it up, and then when I laid it up, like you do
Yeah.
something funny, so I pointed at him like, I got you, and I ran back on defense, and probably why he lit my ass up for 22.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you said you started Christian Henry in 2015, right?
Yep,
That's
2015.
so what was Pharoah doing before that?
Pharoah literally was working in corporate America, like living the everyday life of I'm bored, man. Like that's literally how it
See,
was.
this is what I want. Then I want to know like how you got that, like you quit your job or whatnot. What do I have?
Dude, like it's a crazy story because like corporate America, like everybody gets up for a 9 to 5, and some people can do it.
Mm,
But for me, like I was doing it and hated it. Like, but I didn't know I hated it. Like I
mm,
knew I hated going to work every day. I'd be like, I'll wake up and like,
yeah,
damn, got to go to work. It's the same day, and you look forward to the weekends. And then after a while, like I kept getting promoted at work. So it's like it was funny. Like I hate work, but yet I'm getting promoted. Like I'm
yeah.
doing good things. And so I think my breaking point was I used to work for Pepsi as a sales manager, and we used to have these astronomical goals during we used to have astronomical goals like during holiday season where like people would buy so much like product,
Mm,
and so because I was on the Frito-Lay side, which is the chips, I used to manage Walmart, and so my job was to sell like $10,000 to $15,000 worth of chips into Pepsi, or I mean into the Walmart.
yeah,
Dude, Pepsi, they came back to me wanting like a $200,000 in 7 days. They wanted that as a goal for me to hit. I'm like, a goal, 200,000, dude. That's like selling. That's like really selling drugs or something. So I'm like 200,000. I'm sitting there like, okay, so I get it done. Like I actually got it done. So like 300,000. So I'm like, dude, boom! I just made Pepsi an extra 100,000.
yeah,
Yo, I come to work that Monday. I'm like, I'm feeling good. My girlfriend at the time, like, yo, we about to have a fat check. Yo, we about to get it in. I'm thinking I'm about to have a commission check, bonus check. Bro, I got nothing. I didn't even get an email recognition. I didn't get even like, the little Monday morning phone
yeah,
call. I didn't get nothing. And I'm like, yo, they just played me. And then
yeah.
it literally like at that point, and it was Labor Day weekend, I was like, you know what? January 1st, I'm leaving corporate America. I literally had decided that week that I'm like, even if I don't have enough money or if I have enough money, I'm done with corporate America. And I left. I walked away from corporate America. I had my 401k, but like to my name, I think I only had like 4,000 in savings.
Mm,
And I had already been working on my business like in the back end, but nothing like what I was doing now. So I was doing things like part-time, like here and there making clothes for people. Um, had won some business grants. And then at that point, like I had to make a decision on if I was going to move because Detroit, even though I love Detroit, like in order to get my brand out there, I felt like either being in New York or LA would have helped push my brand
mm.
10 times faster. And so what I did was I booked flights for both. I went to a wedding, and the crazy thing is I booked a flight to go to LA first, which was the dumbest thing I could have ever done. I booked a flight to go to LA, and then I went to the wedding was in Italy. So I went from LA. So I'm sorry, hold on. I went from Detroit to LA, LA to Italy, and then I booked the return flight to New York. And I was so stupid doing all this. I had two suitcases, dude. Like, and so I fell in love with New York. Like I had already lived in LA, but I fell in love with New York, and literally that's how I ended up in New York too.
Gotcha. Yeah. So like you actually make the stuff?
So I don't actually make the clothes. I design everything.
Mm,
So I use my iPad and my MacBook. I have different softwares. I have different 3D imagery, which helps me to place everything. It's so simple now that you really don't have to sketch anything because they already have templates and pre-made sketches already right there readily available for you. So like I'll put, load the template up. I'll start designing something, and if I don't like it, I'll just scratch it and start the template all over. Versus like back in the day, people would like get a piece of paper out and they'll start doodling, drawing. Like you don't even need to do all that anymore. So I just submit all of these designs to different players and saying like, yo, do you like this? You want this? Cool. Okay, let's go.
It's just a digital sketch?
Digital sketch. Yep.
Okay, so how do you get to how do you find the manufacturers? Like, do you work with a couple different ones or only one?
Yeah.
Or like what?
So it was crazy because it's like I didn't know how I was gonna find manufacturers. And it's weird because it's like I'm in a blessed state. Like I'm working with players, I'm working with NBA, NFL players. But the crazy thing is, it's like I always try to help them out as far as learning the business side, because it's like, I'm a former player myself. Even though I didn't play on the pro level, like I understand what they're going through from a travel circuit. And it's like, you're not going to play ball forever. And that was one of the things for me, like reality hit, like, dude, I'm not playing ball forever. So it's like, I always talk to the guys because they have questions for me about business. And so what happened was I went to 3 different trade shows. I went to one in Vegas, and I went to one in LA, and one here in New York. And you start to learn like who the manufacturers are. And the manufacturer from China came over here, and they brought all their people that could speak English. So all the like account managers, everybody they came over, they spoke English, but it was broken English.
Yeah.
And so you start to get to know them. And so what we do now is like I communicate with them through WhatsApp. And they're not even supposed to be using WhatsApp. I just found that out too.
Well, in China?
Yeah, in China, they're not allowed to. They're really not supposed to be using WhatsApp. But we communicate through WhatsApp. So I have manufacturers in China that I talk to like maybe every 48 hours. I'm submitting things to them. Like if a player asks for something, like today I posted a picture of Devin White. Devin was drafted the 5th overall pick in last year's draft, but Devin wanted a particular type of vest for his suit. So I drew up the vest, and then I sent it over to China because I knew that my manufacturer in Italy couldn't get it done. And during NFL season, like the custom suit world, like it's kind of like backlogged because so many people are ordering suits.
Yeah.
And so when I sent it over to China, like I had to wait 48 hours on a response, but they were like, yeah, boom, we can get it done. And I was like, okay, cool. But it's fun because I got different manufacturers in different parts of the world.
Yeah. So, do you use any USA manufacturers?
Yeah. So all streetwear I use in US. So if guys want like a button-down shirt, they want a T-shirt, they want hats. I do everything, hoodies. I do all that in the US. So it makes it a lot easier. Especially a lot of the manufacturers are in Cali. I got some in Canada as well, but more so like all upscale, like the suits and stuff like that comes from like Italy. That comes from Australia and China and Bangkok.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my boy Anthony Taylor said he wants to link up with you.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
He's a MMA fighter. Fights for
Hey,
like
that's dope.
yeah.
I actually worked with one MMA fighter, Romero Cotton. So definitely dope.
Yeah.
And it's
Actually,
dope because
he was supposed to. Wait, was he? I think he was supposed to fight one of my boys. Actually,
he was supposed to fight during this. Dude, the MMA. What a lot of people don't know about MMA is the branding on the backside of MMA. Because I pay attention to players' brands, and we'll use Anthony for example. My job is it's not just to put you in clothes, but my job is to grow your brand. Like, how can I help you grow your brand? How can I help you to, put you in front of different, companies or people that I may know here in New York, based off relationships. And it's like MMA is really good for that because they actually are one of the few professional sports that has multiple brands for a person. Like if you think of like NASCAR, it's the same way. Like you just multiple brands consistently always trying to brand them.
Yeah. I mean, it just sucks in the UFC when they can't really get deals though.
Yeah, because UFC just like handles all of that.
Yeah. So and Anthony's his nickname is Pretty Boy, so you
Oh,
know he wants
there
to
we
get
go.
dressed up. He's ready.
There we go.
Yeah, so going back to like the manufacturers and stuff. So what other questions I got about that? Yeah, so has there been anything that, so like my thing always, and I've always wanted something like, you're gonna laugh like, because it's like pretty funny, because I'm not even asking for crazy things in my opinion. Me and my friend always talk about it, and just like some like I'm just getting like printed stuff sometimes, most of the time.
Yeah.
And they're like, and I'm like, yo, can you print it like say I want it like up here, and they're like, nah, we can't print it up there. Or like I want like embroidered on the sleeve, and they're like, no, we can't do the sleeve. And I'm
You know
just
what?
like,
You can, but what's happening is it's like everybody's so basic nowadays, and
yeah,
it's like you just got to find a manufacturer that's going to bring your design to life. Or
yeah,
that's one side, or and I call it that's the lazy side.
yeah,
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm lazy because when you're dealing with so many clients, like you want to make sure it's done properly,
yeah.
and I don't want to mess it up myself. But I am going to finally invest in a heat press machine because there's a lot of things that
Mhm.
I want to do on the same thing that you're saying, like putting it up here,
Yeah,
or we'll use Anthony. Like say for instance, Anthony wants Pretty Boy on the back, like at the top. Like a heat press machine will allow me to do something like that
yeah,
versus me having to reach out and communicate with the manufacturer. Like I just don't.
yeah. Well, that's the other thing I said. I think I'm gonna buy one of those too, because I don't even have one.
Dude, it's
Just
dope. Like once you
because,
learn how to use it, oh
yeah.
man, like sky's the limit.
Just because, I mean, like, because I'm usually making. Well, I haven't done it in a while, but usually I get stuff in bulk. So then, say if it's only like one color,
Yeah.
and then someone's like, "Yo, could I get that in like orange though?" And I'm like, "Guy, like,
Yeah.
or like, no matter what I come out with, I don't know if it happens to you because yours is kind of different because yours is custom. But like, no matter what I come out with, it's always like, "Yo, could I get it in a different color?"
No, I know. I always get it. It's this.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. Like I don't care if I lay a book out for somebody, dude. It's always somebody to say, "Well, I seen it in some other color. Yo, can I
yeah,
get the other color?" And I'm like, "Dude, I just laid the book out and said these are the only colors available."
yeah. So that's why I want to
And
get
I
the.
laugh.
Yeah, that's why I want to get the heat press too, just because like then I could literally just go buy. Like, say people always ask me for like shorts. I don't really like buying them because it's always, I don't know. It's weird. Shorts are just weird. But so I
Yep.
want to just go buy blanks and just like whatever color they want. Just be like, all right,
Dude, you
there's the
can buy
logo on
blank and,
it.
and mess up on it
Yeah,
and give it away and go redo it all over again.
yeah, yeah. It's actually funny too. I had a hat that I ordered. It was like a sample, and it was a blue on blue. It was supposed to be white lettering. It was blue on
Yeah.
blue, so you couldn't see it. So then I like bleached it, and then
How did it came out?
yeah, then I sold it for more money. It was crazy.
See?
I was like, what? I was like, all right, cool. Like, I was like, all right, maybe this is a thing now.
Definitely, man. It's
Uh,
it's crazy with all of this. Like, is this so like the possibilities, like the things that you can do is like it's endless for real.
yeah. Has anyone ever asked you for a half color suit, like like split, like?
Yeah. So that's actually the big thing. So there's a designer, like he's killing it. His name's Rich Fresh.
Mhm,
He made some stuff. He's D Wade's designer.
mhm,
But dude, he's like I'm always an advocate for pushing for other people. Like he's dope.
mhm,
And so he's given me a lot of inspiration on different things that even I can do, but I have done something where there was like a one sleeve was one different color and everything else was like the same color. But there's different things that you can definitely do in the world of fashion. You just gotta know how to communicate it to the manufacturer so
mhm.
that they make it correctly because there's nothing like communicating something to the manufacturer and then they make it wrong.
Yeah,
And then because I've had that happen. And the funny thing is, like me, I communicate with everybody, and so I communicated that to the client, and he was like, "Yo, let me see it." So I was like, "Nah, it's messed up." And he was like, "Dude, let me see it." Yo, I showed it to him. He was like, "No, man, I want this. Like, I don't even care about that." I'm like,
uh, yeah. There you
"Here
go.
you go, then."
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
It's
It's
so
weird.
weird.
It's a weird industry and game, and everyone. I don't know. It's everyone obviously likes everything. I mean, everyone likes things differently, I guess.
Yep.
Um, yeah. What about I remember you guys last night. I heard you talking. I forgot. Jamar, was it Jamar? Jamar.
Yeah, Jamar. Yeah, Jamar.
And he was talking about, so has that ever happened to you when he was talking about like the pant size thing? Like somebody
Yeah.
asked her. So what do you do in like situations like that when if the or like has it ever happened where you made a custom suit and it still didn't fit them?
Yeah. I can tell you like three examples right now. I made something for Buffalo Bills rookie last year,
Mm-hmm.
um, Cody Ford, and I've been working with Cody all year. Like, and so what happened was with Cody all year, like his stuff has been fitting perfectly,
Mm-hmm.
like perfect. You know, we get the stuff in and you do minor alterations afterwards because you want it like to fit perfect. So the jacket came back and dude, his sleeve, like where it was supposed to end at like his wrist bone,
Mm-hmm.
dude, his sleeve was like in the middle of his forearm. And I'm like, this isn't correct. I did some things with the 49ers last year, and what happens is when I do like a bulk order of different people,
Yeah.
they'll label who, like they'll say, okay, this is Paul's stuff, this is Anthony's stuff, this is Renee's stuff. Dude, they had the names swapped and mixed up.
Uh,
And and so what happened was I was putting Anthony's stuff on you, and you're like, yo, this doesn't fit. And then Anthony's like, yo, this doesn't fit. And so do you know how embarrassing that is? It's like,
yeah.
because it's not like I can take the stuff out, you know, beforehand and see. I have to actually see it on you.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, that was
Wait.
embarrassing.
So were you in person with both of them or no?
I was in person with the team, with the 49ers.
But
Like,
where
it was
was
like,
wait? But I'm saying were they in different locations?
no,
The
no,
two
I was in,
suits.
no, I had I had everything with me. I went
Oh
I went to San Francisco. I met at the
no, but I'm saying with the Bills player.
oh, the Bills player. So yeah,
That
I
was a
was
different
here.
story though.
Yeah, so Bills. Yeah, no, I was here. I was here in New York, and he was in
Uh,
Buffalo, and I sent it to him. And so what happens is a lot of guys like I'll meet with them in person to do the alterations, but then sometimes like when we know it's going to be done, what I'll do is I'll set up like a FaceTime, and we'll talk it over afterwards, so that I can tell them, okay, I'll come up with like a mood board of what they should wear with it, so that way like trip swap. Because what happens is a lot of guys don't know what to wear, and so I'll help them to know from a branding perspective. So I knew that he was going to Miami and he was trying to wear a dark color. I'm like, dude, you're about to go to Miami and it's still warm outside. You know, wear something light. And so I picked the suit out. We did the mood board. I'm like, here's going to be a shirt. Here's your necktie that you already got in the closet. Just go find all this and put it together. So he FaceTimes me and I'm like, yeah, Cody, that doesn't fit. And so what happened is it's not like I can return it.
yeah.
I have to make a whole nother jacket, suit, whatever, out of my own pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was the part that just, like that's the part that like pisses you off is like it doesn't come out correct.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like makes you feel bad because it's like you want to like when you're dealing with I can see if I'm dealing with myself or ordering something for myself, but
Yeah.
if I'm ordering something for a client, there's that level of expectation. And I always want to make sure that they feel happy at the end, but it's like, dude, there's nothing, that's a big letdown.
So like, what do you end up doing with those? Like the
Literally, like,
suits?
so what will happen is like if I can find somebody that can wear that size, so like that
Yeah.
jacket, Cody ended up more than likely giving that jacket away, or if I still have it, I'll just give stuff away, or I know somebody like a friend of mine that wears that size, or even if I know somebody that's not around me or like they're in a different state, I'll be like, dude, like you want something, like I'm about to ship it to you,
Mm-hmm.
and literally I'll just ship it to them,
All
or
right.
like
So
a lot
how
of stuff I'll just donate it.
how did you like learn all this stuff?
Um, so I'm a do-it-yourselfer. So I learned how to measure thanks to YouTube. Like I literally practiced on like five different people,
Uh,
to continue. And of course, like it did not come out great.
mm-hmm.
Like, yo, that stuff was messed up. Like in the beginning. And so what happened was, I did the measuring. I got great at the measuring, and then the designing portion. I always had like this. It's like a photography. Like if you have an eye for photography, if you have an eye for
Mm-hmm.
something, like I had the eye for fashion and knowing what colors blend well with each other and which ones. So I did well with that portion, and then I just added on to it. I started doing more research to know, okay, what goes on, or like what for like different skin colors, like the tones, like you could be a black guy, but you could be light skin, you could be brown skin, you could be dark skin. Like you could be it's different things, but all what happens is the colors that you put on, like some of them aren't going to look great on you.
Yeah.
So definitely just doing the research and learning all that, and it helped out a lot doing that research.
And I think you kind of touched on it, but what made you want to do this?
Just the love, like it's fun, dude. Like there's nothing greater than, like, we have the Louis Vuittons out here, we have the Gucci's, but there's nothing more fun than seeing somebody put your stuff on that you made, and then them wearing it proudly because they love it. So like that part, like I absolutely love it. Or like for me, it's like I love fashion. I really feel like when it comes to fashion, like you know how like you put a new hat on or the new J's, and dude, like you just like, man, I'm killing it today. Like that's I love that confidence that like clothes gives you. Like it gives you a lot of confidence.
Yeah. Like I just ordered some sample hats, and I'm excited to get, like, I still get excited to
See, that's what I'm saying. So E4 said, so with women's suits, when are you going to get started on that?
That's what happened to me too. Everyone's always like, "Yo, when you coming out with women's clothes? When you coming out with women's clothes?"
You know, women's clothes is difficult.
It's definitely harder.
It's harder because what happens is you'll find a woman that naturally, like, her body's a size 8, but there's like 10 different women across the world that wears a size 8, and they're all shaped differently. Yeah. So it's difficult to come out with women's clothing as far as like a ready-made line. So something that they can go on my website and just say, oh, you know what, I want to buy this in a size 8. So with women's clothes, like, I actually prefer to do custom to a certain extent. But it's coming for, like, I'm definitely looking forward to that, because the women's market, like, yo, they're trying to buy.
Have you done any women's suits?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Are you trying to? What about? Are you trying to like make dresses and stuff or not?
Dresses, yeah. So dresses, suits, because there's different types of suits. Like her wearing a like shorts, like a short suit. So there's a lot.
Have you made one
like
of those yet for a guy? Because I've seen those were kind of trendy.
I haven't made one for a guy yet because I haven't had any requests, but I'm curious to make one.
Yeah.
I know the guys will love it, but like women, the great thing about making women's clothes is, like, dude, women, they will dress it up any type of way and it'll look great. So like you can have a whole lot of fun. The conversations are definitely different when you're like with a female client versus a male client. Like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. What about like speaking of that, like is there any like dream people you want to work with?
Yo, I have people that's like outside of sports that I kind of want to work with. Like Barack is, like, Obama is really one of my biggest people. Like dude can do no wrong. Like I love the way he speaks. Like he's eloquent. Like dude is just very influential to me. For a while I had Will Smith and I had Trevor Noah on my list. From a sports world, I have to pay attention to who wears what. So it's like LeBron's body physique, the way that he likes to wear suits, and the style in which I make suits, I don't think that they're compatible. So it's like if I try to put a suit on LeBron, I don't think it's actually going to look as good as I would want it to look. Yeah. There's of course, you know, I'm working with Renee and I love working with Renee, but it's like there's a lot of WNBA players that I really want to work with. I'm trying to think of some other people for you because I do have a list of people that I really want to work with.
Obama would be cool.
Like Obama would be dope.
Well, I don't know if he has to wear suits as much, but he definitely used to have to wear suits.
Dude, he's down to wear streetwear if I can get him to. Like, like he's dope, man.
Yeah, remember when I don't know if you saw when he wore I think it was last year or maybe it was this year, I don't remember, or whatever, 2019 NBA season, he wore the bomber jacket and it just had the 44 on it and went like
came
viral.
To that was a Wizards game.
Yeah. And it just went viral just because he had 44 on it.
Yo, like I'm telling you, he can do no wrong. And like it's great when you can get with clients like that can literally, they do no wrong.
What about you've been watching the MJ doc, right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
How you feeling about the suits in there?
Oh, you know, I saw a meme that had like his facial expression, and he was holding something. Like I forgot. I think it was like he was holding like a tablet, and he was reading it.
Yeah.
And dude, like they showed the meme, and they showed the tablet where it said "jeans wider, make them wider." Yo, like
Oh, yeah.
Jordan's style is
Jordan might be the
terrible.
worst, like the worst dresser. Like,
Jordan is to be the most influential person,
yeah.
like sports athlete of all time. He is by far one of the worst
Then I'm
dressers
thinking
of all
like
time.
maybe he just does it on purpose.
Like, and that's one of the things I try to tell players is like, dude, like you can get so much extra money, like branding and endorsement wise, if you dress nice,
Yeah.
or you can just be like Jordan and not get anything. But you're Jordan, so you're getting things because you're Jordan. But like you could have gotten extra, you could have got even more stuff.
Yeah, that's what. In the other thing, I feel like he's never wearing like his cool retro shoes either.
No, I saw one. I saw, remember that one with him and Chris Paul where they were at the camp and Chris Paul was like, I don't know if you've seen it,
Yeah,
like the video where
yeah, I
Chris
think I
Paul
saw it.
was like, if Jordan misses this shot, everybody, all the camp, like get
Yeah,
free shoes. And then Jordan proceeded to make every shot.
yeah,
That's the only time that I ever seen him wear like some of his shoes that actually look dope. Like, and he wore
yeah.
those red Win Like 96 11s.
Yeah, I think he's just mind fucking us all because he also said at the beginning of this that people weren't gonna like him after, and I think I
Dude,
like him more now.
he's definitely like it's funny like his personality. First off, it's great because it's like I'm really blessed to see players' personalities behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Like and you know, you get to play video games with players and stuff like that. But dude, when Jordan was like on the documentary, he was like, "No, fuck that." Dude, that right there, because nobody had ever heard him talk like that. Like,
yeah,
because you know you got to have one face for the camera, and then behind the scenes, you know, you get to probably be yourself. But it's like people really get to see his personality. Dude, Jordan's a funny dude.
yeah.
Michael Jordan is low key funny.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, that's the other thing. I think, in general, probably even in the past 5 years, it's just like I think athletes and just regular or celebrities, just like everything's getting more transparent, which I think is good.
It's great. It's much needed for sports. Like I like working with people who want to express their personality,
Mm-hmm.
and don't mind expressing their personality.
Yeah. What do you think about Russell Westbrook style?
Yo, I love it because it speaks like he's first off, I met him. He's a dope dude in person, like,
Yeah.
but that's his personality. Like that's him. He's so down to earth. Like he doesn't care what others think about him. Like he's just a genuinely great guy. Now I will say this: some of Russell's suits, I'm like, Russ, why did we choose that? But then what happens is because you know it's his style, he pulls it off.
Yeah.
Like nobody else can do what Russ is doing. Or like
I
I don't know if you've
guess.
seen like Kelly Oubre. Like Kelly
Yeah.
Oubre has this whole punk rock star look going on, but like he's killing it.
Yeah.
And the amount of endorsements that he's getting now from this, is great.
Here's one of my book. He said, "I learned that you guys are millennials, two different."
We got two different Steves.
Oh my god, he loves calling me a millennial.
But you know what's funny is like it's the truth though. It's like, dude, you can like branding dollars, like, and look, we got Valerie in here. It's like Val is an agent. She can definitely tell you from a well, I'm sorry, she's a publicist, but she could definitely tell you from that perspective, like that means a lot. So like you dress well, dude, you're getting the dollars are flowing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't dress well is limiting your dollars. So like if you're Michael Jordan and you don't have to dress well, your dollars
Yeah.
are still going to come. You're LeBron, you don't have to dress well. But like if you're somebody that is like a player that PJ Tucker, for example.
Mm-hmm.
PJ's not the greatest player on his team. You have Russ Westbrook, you have James Harden who are more influential. But yet people know PJ Tucker because of his shoes and how he dresses. And so what happens is he has a lot of endorsements and branding dollars coming his way.
Yeah. Is there anyone that sticks out that like you want? I obviously I asked you the question, but like you want to like upgrade their style.
Oh,
I guess that's a lot. Mike Jordan is watching the live right now.
yo, shout out to Mike. There's one in particular, and you're gonna laugh at this one, Cam Newton. Like I love Cam's stylist. Like she's super dope, like cool personality.
Mhm.
But like if there's any way that I could add on, because Cam is 6'5", what, 260?
Mhm.
But Cam is like Cam is wearing size medium and size large shirts, and it's like, Cam, dude, you're 260. You need an extra large. Like it's time to upgrade that into a extra large. And I really want to help Cam out just with that portion. Cam's hats that he wears, he has invested in that company.
Mhm.
So he wears those hats a lot on purpose. That's it. That's his moniker. That's his branding. But from a clothing standpoint, dude, I just want to give him an extra large shirt or whatever so bad. Or I want to give him like some extra large pants. It was like, dude, your quads and your calves are big. Like, dude, there's no way that your pants should be hugging your calves like that.
Well, he may be coming to New England. I don't know.
I hope look, now he wants to be a back. Well, I ain't gonna say he wants to be a backup, but he knows that he can come in as a backup and become a starter. But I want to see where he'll land.
Yeah, I'm surprised he still hasn't got signed. To be honest.
I'm surprised too.
What about
Um,
what about what about like a celebrity, like a woman celebrity you want to work with?
um, yo, the Obamas, like Michelle Obama, she could,
The whole
dude,
Obamas.
dude, she could do no wrong too. Like Michelle Obama, yo, she could do no wrong. Let's see. Yo, I used to want to work with Skylar Diggins for the longest.
Mhm.
There's a lot of up and coming WNBA players or players that are about to like come out for the draft that are really, really good,
Mhm.
but they're also models on the side. Like they're great. Like
Yeah.
they crush it on just the clothing aspect. I can never pronounce her name like correctly, but the girl that went to Oregon that got drafted by the Liberty, Sabrina,
Oh yes.
like I want to work with Sabrina.
Well, she's in New York.
Um, yeah, and we'll talk off the side about that one. As I say, I got some stuff up my sleeve for that. But there's a lot of players that I got tomorrow. I got a live Instagram live with Monique Billings.
Mhm.
Yo, Mo can dress like Mo kills it, and I can't wait to start putting stuff on Mo this year. Kayla McBride.
Mhm.
Um, Kayla loves Jordans, and so I can't
Yeah.
wait to like do the streetwear for Kayla because it's like two different worlds.
Yeah.
You got Monique who likes to dress up, and you got Kayla who is more streetwear. So it's like it's fun because I get to play in both worlds.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean New York Liberty. I think it'll be a little different too now, or like in a better way because they're
Yeah, oh,
playing
definitely.
Barclays now.
The Barclays,
So
so you don't have to go out to Westchester.
yeah,
The Brooklyn Nets owner is
yeah,
actually the same owner
yeah.
as the Liberty. So
They bought
like
them.
just the thing, Josiah is his name. Just the things
Yeah,
that they're doing,
you
like
got to dress him.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. I'm literally no. What was funny? Like random story. I got invited to a event, and the event was it was at the Barclays, and it was the Net, I forgot who the Nets were playing the Magic,
Yeah,
and so it was in a suite. And me, I hate being in a suite because if I'm in a suite, that means I'm not going to watch the game. Like I'm always
yeah.
having a talk, and so I'm like, dude, I'm ready to be down in the like the in the seats, like just watching it. So we're in the suite, and what happens is Andrew Yang walks in with Josiah. And this is when Andrew Yang was running for president. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, is that Andrew Yang? And I'm like, dude, Josiah's, his circle is Andrew Yang. That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine like me and you hanging out at night? And
Yeah.
then I'm like, I'm about to call my boy and I'm about to call, maybe Drake will come. And you're like, Drake? Like Josiah's like, yeah, I'm about to call Yang. Like,
Yeah.
and so now to continue the story. So what happened is they had sodas over in the corner, and Joe told Yang, he was like, Yang, bring your ass. Dude, it's the funniest thing just to see people
Yeah.
like people that we see on TV,
Yeah.
like showing their personality. So when he said, Yang, bring your ass, I was like, yo, this is funny as hell.
See, I think if they were more like that, for him as example, like being running for president, like then people would vote for him.
I think so too, but what happens is we have and I don't want to talk politics, but we have these politically correct people that feel like you have to do everything correct at all times, and it's like, no.
Well, yeah, I don't mess with politics. I hate it.
No,
I think
no.
It's like the fakest thing ever.
Oh, definitely.
But anyways, what other what other things you want to make that you haven't made before?
So the tunnel walk for the players is a real big thing. So I'm trying to incorporate different styles that will blend well for when they're taking photos.
Mm-hmm.
So tracksuits is something that I'm really trying to do.
Okay.
So if you think of like what?
Now you go.
I was gonna say, like, if you think of like Adidas tracksuits, so tracksuits like that. But also I'm tapping over into the music industry as well. So getting over there. But more women's clothing. Like, I just want to do more women's clothing because it's like women, like, they have the ability, they can wear heels with it, or they can wear sneakers, they can wear flats, they can wear different things. So like now you got like 3 or 4 different looks. So it's like I'm really intrigued to see what I can do. I have a team, like I said, I have a team underneath me getting with my team and just saying, what can we do for, hey, Deidre, what can we do for like Deidre, for example, like what can we do for Deidre? Shout out to Deidre. That's Cheryl Swoop's publicist. But you have different things like that.
Yeah. So actually, that's the question I wanted to ask you. Well, before I ask you that, the thing I really want to make is just like custom athletic shirts, but like different patterns. Like, so it's like totally different than. I'll show you what, like Diamond just made them. Sort of like I would want, but they kind of, I think they messed up a little bit on the colors. Oh, but I'll show you after. You like Diamond? Right. You know Diamond?
I do. Yeah.
I think actually I was wearing it before they got big, before basically I would say before they got into like PacSun and stuff, because they used to just be like only online orders only.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they used to just be online or at their store in San Francisco.
And now they're everywhere.
Yeah, now they're everywhere. But yeah, because the drops used to be crazy with the collabs and stuff. Like it used to be like Jordan sneaker. I mean, I think they still kind of do it, but they used to be like bigger into that. Like and like Wiz Khalifa, I think was one of their first big guys. Did a collab with.
Hey, Amanda.
That's what I've been trying to get on my podcast. Actually, Nikki Diamonds.
Yo, you get that? Yo, I'm on there.
All right, you want to co-host it?
Yo, I'm putting my bid in. Yeah, definitely.
All right, I got you.
Putting my bid in for that one.
Oh yeah, so that's what I meant to ask you. Like, how do you like all these people that are coming in now? Like, who do you contact? Who do you go to? Like, you've been. I'm sure you talk to everybody, but like, you talk to agents, PR people, because obviously, each of these athletes have their own teams.
Yeah. So it's sports world. The most important person for me, sports world, is either your marketing agent, and if you don't have a marketing agent, it's your publicist. Mm-hmm. I don't think a lot of people understand how important a publicist is. First off, the publicist is the person that makes sure your brand is positive. Like it's their job to make sure that nothing negative is happening to your brand. So a publicist for me is like a dream because they want to make sure that their client looks good from a branding image perspective. After the agent, I will say possibly the team itself. So there's people on the team. So like there's, they have the marketing department, they have the PR department, but then they also have, trying to think of it, like, there's like a thing for like the NFL, like each NFL team has a director of player engagement. So the director of player engagement, their job is like, if you get signed to, I don't want to put you with the Jets or the Giants. Let's give you a good team. If you get signed to, we'll say the Patriots. So you get signed to the Patriots. Actually very much ill. Let's go to 49ers. So you get signed 49ers. And this is a good thing. You're from the East Coast. You're traveling out to the West Coast. The director of player engagement, his job is
Diamond then.
Boom, you're Diamond. but the thing is that that's director of player engagement. That's his job to bring Diamond in. Yeah. Or his job is to help you find housing. His job is to help you find, banks, stuff like to help, ease your stay into San Francisco. So what happens is they reach out to people like me to help as far as clothing,
Yeah.
making sure that brand. So those are like my go-tos in the world. So, and then on the fashion side, like a stylist, the stylist is my MVP. If I don't have a stylist, then that means the direction of my shoot is going to go haywire. If I don't have a stylist, that means that if I'm putting Paul in, on a shoot and your shirt is unbuttoned and I don't see it, the stylist helps with that. They make sure that like everything looks 100% before that camera gets clicked. Or they'll make sure that the image looks great for a magazine shoot or photo shoot, anything. Stylist is my MVP.
Now, like going to other brands, like say, I know you're talking about like streetwear brands, but you mix it up with other brands too?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I got a fedora line that I work with. Their name is Wear Brims. I went to school with them, but they're dope. They work with a lot of celebs, and it's like, it makes it a lot easier. I'm not opposed to working with brands that don't have the celebrity following. I just like to work with brands that have worked with celebs, because what happens is they know how to conduct themselves from a professionalism standpoint around the celeb or the athlete influencer. And the reason of which is I've had a negative experience because of working with a brand. And I'll share the quick story. I just won't name the celeb, but quick story to give you some juicy gossip, funny story. Dude, the brand, whoever came with the brand, they brought edibles.
Wait. You're talking about the package of the, wait.
Like, dude, like, it's like, I'm so serious. So first off,
you're talking about, they gave you the clothes?
No, so what happened is we collab for this shoot. And so when we collab for the shoot, I brought my clothes and they brought their clothes.
Yeah.
And so we were mixing and matching the clothes. Well, what happened was the person was giving out hard candy, but it was edibles. And I didn't know it. So I'm over here thinking like, oh, that's a Jolly Rancher.
You took one?
No, I didn't take one. But I looked, but they offered it to me, and I'm looked at it. I'm like, oh, that's a Jolly Rancher. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want any Jolly Rancher. Like, it wasn't in a Jolly Rancher packaging, but it was like, I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want that. Then like 30 minutes later, 45 minutes later, because we were there for like 3 hours, I'm like, why are you acting so strange? And I'm like, something is off. Like, I just kept feeling like something's off. And dude, they were either like, one of them was laughing at everything. The other one was, we're in New York. Dude, we're shooting on this, like we're doing a photo shoot on this street. Why are you 2 blocks away?
Yeah.
Like, he just walked off the set. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So it's the professionalism standpoint. Like, from that standpoint, like I have to vet you in order to, because what happened is, if think about it like this, dude, you take an edible or something, and then you're an NFL player, and then you have a drug test come that week, and then you get in trouble. Yeah. You get suspended, and then they're going to ask you where are your whereabouts, who you were with, and then, publicist wise, the publicists that we have had in here today with us, they're going to be mad at me. The team is going to be mad at me, the agent. So now you got people that are going to say, oh, I don't want to work with him anymore because he's giving out edibles on set.
Yeah. Wait, so do you consider yourself a stylist too, or no?
I don't, not anymore, because stylist requires a credit card. We'll just say that. Like, and reason why I say a credit card, because Jamar, he pointed it out last night.
All right, hold on.
My girl,
like 10 seconds left.
Okay, so Cicely's in here too, but stylist, you have to swipe in order to pull the clothes from like a company. Yo, we back in here.
There we go.
We back. So no, real quick. So what I was telling the story is, so reason why the stylist is, what happens is, if you want something from Gucci, you want something from Louis Vuitton, that stylist has to put their credit card on file.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
And dude,
so do you charge them more for the clothing, or are you just charging them for your services?
So stylist is more so charging for services, but they're also incorporating the clothing fee in there because what
Yeah.
happens is the Louis Vuitton will charge a clothing time, like they'll charge for the clothing and they'll charge for the time that the clothing is out. So it's like almost like an appearance basically. And so, dude, those fees add up.
I just don't get it because like, do you need those? But do you need to get those? Like, you need to get those top designers.
Yeah, yeah, they help push the brand. You don't have to, but they
But I'm
help
saying
push the
like
brand.
people don't know. I mean, unless it has the thing, I feel like unless it has like the logo, I feel like people wouldn't know.
But if you're dropped, it doesn't even necessarily have to have the logo. So the value of social media, or look, Val's in here. Hopefully she's still in here. But dude, you drop she helps to. That's her job, is to push it out as far as like she's going to push it out for her brand and whatever brand that she is. Like that's her. Like that makes a publicist, and then social media manager is going to write the content or the caption headline to literally push that out.
I get it, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like I always say, if like whenever I get like rich or something, I feel like I'm not gonna wear stuff like that.
You know, what's funny is like, I'll give you an example. The front side of a Jordan, it's a Jordan still. You don't need to see the logo, but
Yeah.
is it something like that? Those companies have built their brand up to be at that point where they don't necessarily have to have the actual logo on there stating who it is.
True. So yeah. So the other thing, since I know you make custom suits, so you kind of know when the person's gonna wear it. So how long have you been doing the streetwear side?
Streetwear side for myself, 3 years, but officially 2 years.
Okay, so has there been like any moments where maybe you gave the person something or like a while ago and you forgot about it, and then all of a sudden like you see a post and they're wearing it?
Hell yeah. Can't name any names, but hell yeah. Yeah. And it's like I can't ask for it back, but I was like, yeah, buddy, you weren't supposed to keep that. But what happened is
no, I meant like they bought it from you, but then or like a while ago, but then they just wore it, but you didn't know they were wearing it.
Oh, yeah. Anthony Harris from the Vikings.
Okay, and then that was dope, right? Because then you saw, because that happens to me all the time. Because like,
well, no, but here's the thing. Like for me, like from a business perspective, I want to push my brand, so I'm always going to push my brand, but real time moment, like in a real time like atmosphere. Dude, he wore the suit in December. I did not find out about the suit until March.
oh, okay.
So at that point, I can't publicize it. I can't do anything.
No, yeah, you could. Why not?
The setting that it just didn't look right, and then
because it's that month.
Yeah, and
but it's different. It's different weather, all different places every.
Well, I had a planning already, like almost like a magazine. I already had my planning of how I was going to do things. Don't worry, I still found a way to like fit it in. Or there was another time Anthony wore something on what is it? Good Morning Football, and it's like I didn't know about that either.
Okay.
So when it comes time to like pushing like stuff like that, if I know you're about to be on that show, I'm going to make you something different.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going. So what happened is that's why a stylist is very important. That's why talking to me on the beginning, like you letting me know that, hey, I'm about to go on ESPN, because that's what I do. I talk to the publicist and say, hey, what all things are they participating in, special event wise, and they'll say, okay, he's got an interview on CBS, or when it came time for the NFL draft, I was talking with the different agents about their press run. Like, you're about to be on ESPN. Okay, if you're about to be on ESPN, we're going to wear something different than what you have in your closet.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, yeah, stuff happens to me like where I just see the pictures randomly, it's dope, obviously.
Can you imagine wearing something out of your closet and it has a hole underneath the shirt or the arm, and so like you're talking on ESPN, and next thing you know you go like this, and then the whole that's why new clothing is. Tommy, what's up, man? Like that's.
All right, well, I got a perfect example of that, but not that there's a hole, but it's just been like I just don't understand it. So Didi Gregorius, who's shortstop for the Yankees, now he's on the
Yep.
Phillies. He's been wearing my stuff since he'd been in the minor leagues. That's how I got him, basically, because I just
Dude,
before
Didi has a contract with Bloomingdale's.
yeah. Well, oh, does he? Because he was with Banana Republic last year.
Bloomingdale's
Yeah.
he'll do different, like he's like one of their spokespersons. Like he'll do different things for Bloomingdale's.
And he did something with that suit company in New York, Indochino.
Yeah, we did some with Indochino.
Yeah. But yeah, so he'd been wearing the same shirt I sent him 6 years ago for 6 years, and this is a T-shirt, and I'm like, regular people don't even wear T-shirts for that long.
Dude, that shit like faded, whatever. Like,
Bro, that shit's fresh. It was in the New York Times. I was like, yo, it's in or New York Post.
oh, so, and you didn't know it, so you're like,
I didn't
that's
know.
my.
But it was funny because a few years, 2014, he was wearing it opening day, and one guy that I went to school, or said we went to the same school, he took a picture and sent it to me, and then last year it was spring training, he was wearing it, but he's always been wearing. It's like it's crazy. It's from like 2013.
And so you saw it in the New York Times and didn't know.
New York
You're
Post,
like,
yeah.
Or the New York Post, you were like, dude, that's my shirt.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time now.
See, that's dope. See,
Yeah.
Hey man, hold on. You coming over here asking me questions? I need to be asking you questions.
No, that's why we're going on your live eventually. That's why I asked you, because I was like, because I wanted to do both, but I wanted to ask you the questions first.
Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Put the pressure on me first. I got it.
Yeah, look at what pops up on my thing. Like my cookies like knows I need the heat press.
Yo, that's crazy. No, let me tell you how crazy Instagram is. So
I don't know
night,
about you, but yeah, starting last night, all of a sudden I've been getting sponsored ads on my thing, like rushed on it.
dude, let me tell you how crazy it is. I mentioned Katino Mobley last night,
Yeah.
and he popped up in the chat in the Instagram live.
Bro,
Hold on, dude. He doesn't follow me or Jamar.
Bro, they just share it.
How do you come up in the chat?
Box.
Dude, that's crazy. Or like you right now with the heat press, like it just comes up.
I was looking that up like probably a couple days ago. So
I'm about to say, but still, it popped up.
Yeah, but yeah, that is weird because it'd been like a few days.
That's what I'm saying. But dude, last night when he came on, I'm thinking like, I can't say it on Instagram Live, like tap on like, dude, is that you? Like, or be like, Paul, yo, I can't. And so I'm just like talking normal, and I'm like, Tino, you don't even follow me. I mean, he follows Christian Henry, but he doesn't follow this page. So I'm just curious to how he got on the page. But hey, he chimed in.
Yeah, I mean that happened too. Like when I did a poll, but they must have like bots, because I did like a poll on my thing, and it was on my personal page. So when it's on my personal page and I don't have that many followers, and it was I forgot the Nets player's name. And he like answered the poll, and I was just like, how did he go on my story and answer a poll and he's not following me?
Dude, yesterday.
But they gotta have a bot. But I mean the Catino thing, he had to just be on it though.
I just don't know how. Like, did somebody
maybe someone shared it to him, because you could just share these to somebody, like you could DM it to somebody
at that real time though? You can. They come on.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, probably so.
Yeah, so someone.
I think that actually might have happened.
Yeah, so maybe someone knew him or just sent it to him.
Because
even people that have been doing the lives, they're like, yo, get this person in, because it was like a complex person. They're like, yo, everyone DM them right now, get them in. And then
I wish on the back end, because that they allowed you to see how many times it was shared, or like what people done after. But they don't show you nothing on the Instagram. So like from an analytics standpoint, they don't show you anything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they developed it. They didn't know this was always going to happen, and now it's like huge. And I'm sure they're working. I'm sure they're working right now, like hard to do something. Like I'm waiting for the 3-way to happen.
Here's the thing. Before quarantine, I didn't do I've done one Instagram live, of myself being on there.
Yeah.
And I don't mind talking in front of the camera, like, cause I kind of do it often, like, saying it humbly. But like when I say like talking in front of the camera, I'm talking like FaceTime and stuff like that. Like I'm used to it, because some people are like they don't want to do FaceTime.
Yeah.
But dude, like now I'm seeing the power of the Instagram lives. I'm like, you might have to do this more. Now when they incorporated that 3-way,
Yeah,
It's
because
game.
that's
It's
gonna be
game
dope.
on,
Because then they're gonna be chatting in the thing. Then you'd be like, all right, let me tap you in right now.
dude.
And then
That's gonna be
yeah.
insane. That's gonna be dope. Could do a lot with that.
Oh, that's what I. Oh yeah, so that's what I want to talk about. I forgot. So what's your first of all, you cut your hair last night?
Oh, yo, hold on. My hair, yo, hold on.
So you just
So I'm,
shaved it? What'd you
yeah,
shave it?
no,
0 or 1?
a one actually. So what happened was I was like, let me be funny on Facebook
Yeah.
and let me, do like this, 2 times and then show the picture. And so I had the idea already in my head. Then I did another picture before I had finished up. So it's 2 pictures. Dude, like my Facebook went crazy. Like,
Yeah.
dude, your hair looks a mess. And it's like, dude, I know I haven't finished yet. But no, what happened was, so I couldn't wear hats. And I love wearing hats. And all my like, because my hair was so long, dude, I put a do-rag on that wasn't helping. I put the hat on, like nothing was helping. And so last night or yesterday, I think it was Renee, I did the live with Renee. Yo, I took my hat off afterwards. My forehead was thanking me for taking the hat off because the hat was so tight.
Why are you
And
listening?
because it was one of the ones that you couldn't loosen. Like it was
Oh,
I forgot like the name, but dude,
flex fit?
like hmm? Yeah,
Flex
stretch fit. It
fit?
was a stretch fit. And I'm like, yo, my head is not gonna work. So I was like, you know what? I went in the bathroom, took the rugs up, was like, I'm about to treat this like a barbershop. Then the problem was trying to cut your own hair, trying to get like a balance, like, okay, the mirror, having both mirrors, and
Yeah.
so you got one mirror behind you, you got the mirror in your hand, and you got the clip. Yo, it was a mess.
Well, I tell you, I'm not shaving or cutting my hair till this is over.
Yo, a beard,
I'm
I'm
just like
scared to mess the
whatever.
beard. I'm almost about to just shave the beard off and just say forget it.
Nah, just keep it going.
Yo, freeway, like Ricky Freeway out here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the other funny question I had. So what's your top 5 cereals?
Oh, yo, dude. So that night we were talking about cereal.
Bro, I gotta get some still. I think I only got
I
some
ate
shit
two
right now.
bowls of cereal. And what kills me is like I was in the supermarket. I'm like, maybe I should grab 2 bowls of milk. Like that way, I mean not 2 bowls, but two gallons of milk.
Yeah.
Because what happens is it's like cereal is the fastest, it's the easiest thing you can eat for a snack, breakfast, whatever. So that night I was definitely not trying to eat 2 bowls of cereal. But Mick, but cinnamon toast crunch, Fruit Loops. Damn, this is harder than I thought. Honey Bunches of Oats. Um, oh, this is hard. Frosted Flakes, and I don't even know if I have a fifth one. Can't even think right now. This is actually harder than I actually expected. Like I'm used to like cereal, but and I got so many different cereal. I don't know what the fifth one would be.
Raisin Bran.
Hell no.
Uh,
Hell no.
Lucky Charms.
I never liked Lucky Charms. Like
What
it's
about
weird.
Apple Jacks?
Apple Jacks is cool, but to me, it's just like a brother sister to Fruit Loops.
Hmm.
Like I'm
What about Cocoa Crisps?
nah. I actually might put Cocoa Puffs up there.
Okay,
Yo,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
shout out to Chef Lean that just came on. Yo, I gotta connect you with her. Like maybe you guys can find a way to get on here and she can cook for your clients. But like
Doing a
she
live cooking show, trying to make me cook.
something. Yo, Apple Jacks do be hitting. Now here's
Yo, I
let me
like
tell
Apple Jacks.
yo, I'm gonna tell you when Apple Jacks be hitting. Yo, when that milk is so cold, yo, Apple Jacks be hitting. Like, yo, me, I might actually go out and buy some Apple Jacks just because she said you guys are talking about it, but I might have it like number 5 on my list. I'm just being honest. But no, like, yo, Chef Lean, yo, um, her fiance is Cody Ford. When I mentioned earlier, Cody, he's Cody's agent. He also has James Bradbury. So she does a lot of cooking. She's great. She's won on Chopped before. Like she's truly dope.
Yeah, it's dope. Oh yeah, Renee texted me last night. She said she wants us to do a collab and make a one of one for her.
Yo, I'm done. I'm down.
I don't know
That's
what it
done.
would be yet, but I thought of some ideas when you were talking about some stuff before.
That's down. We're down with that.
Actually, what would be cool? The dude Mike Jordan that came in before. I think he was on your live too yesterday. He does like the custom sneakers, like
Okay.
paint stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would, but because I seen he did dress shoes before because they wanted like it was like a super fan. They wanted like the Saints logo on their dress shoes.
Wow.
So that'd be a different thing to add to your repertoire. Like, yo, I could get you some custom dress shoes too that are I don't know whatever
with
they
a
want.
logo on there.
Yeah, or anything. No, oh yeah, you were talking about it because he was the one that did the Kobe portrait on Renee's shoes.
Yeah, yo, and no, that
Yeah.
I saw those shoes. That was dope.
Yeah.
Like with the 2.4 and the 2 and everything. Yo, that was really good. I really like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's like you said, like connecting all these people that do different little things, like, and then you can make like something like crazy. You want to stand out? That'd be crazy.
Like we're all intertwined, and it's like we're all in some type of way we're all intertwined. We just probably like all of us have we never followed each other, and like now people are following each other because of the connections. Like, and it's beautiful, man. Like it makes the work even better. Like,
I think I don't know if it was the same day, but I think you might have met with Renee the same day that I did the photo shoot with her. But I don't know.
Wait, that was your photo shoot? The one that was here?
In New York, yeah.
The one that when they were playing in Liberty?
Yeah.
Dude, matter of fact, fuck you, dude, because you know why? You cut mine. No, that's dope. Yo, wait, that was the day it rained like.
Yes, yo. Oh yeah, so that was the day.
Dude, let me tell you. So.
Oh yeah,
so for everybody,
because it's funny because Marcus did your photo shoot. He came that day because he hit me up that week just randomly, and I was like, bro, I'm actually doing a photo shoot in New York. You want to just like meet up? Like I already had people that were coming, but.
Do you know his story? Yo, Marcus' story. Yo, he walked away from corporate America and became a full-time photographer. Yeah. And he had a couple clients, but he didn't have many. And dude just took off. Like,
oh yeah, I know. That's why it was funny because I didn't even know that. I just thought he'd been a photographer forever.
Z, what's up? No, he's only been a photographer like a year and a half. But then like that same week, matter of fact, that day I had him. He did that Renee shoot with me, Renee, Lucky Williams from CFL, and Aaron Williams. Oh, Lucky White, I'm sorry, and Aaron Williams. Dude, he left there and went to James Harden. Then he went to Adidas, and I'm like, dude, so you leave corporate America and within 1 year you're popping off like 5.
Bro, he was doing everything. I think he did the WWE event, then he went to the XFL when they were just
and then had
for a minute. Yeah.
He's with the WNBA. That he's dope. But yo, real quick, back to that day. So I meet with Monique and Renee in the hotel lobby, and we're doing the fittings and everything. And so the hotel is getting mad at us about they're getting mad at me about doing the fitting. I'm thinking like, why would I go up to the room like? And so they're real, bougie and everything. And I'm like, dude, let me just knock the fitting out. Cool, this is good for ambiance. Like, if anything, we're helping you guys out. But I didn't want to say that. That's just in my head. And all of a sudden, it was sunny outside. And then, Lucky is full of energy. Like, I love Lucky. But so what happened was it was sunny outside. And then all of a sudden, so Renee was like, hey, we got to hurry up because I got to do a photo shoot. I'm like, yo, okay, well, let me hold on. I got you. And then it just went dark, pitch black dark. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you just heard the cackle, like basically like lightning just died like that. And I'm like, oh, you're about to do a photo shoot in this? And boom, okay.
Bro, you don't understand how mad I was, like driving up there. And then like I literally, like I got extra stuff. I got an extra light kit. I hit up my boy that had the stuff in Stanford, picked it up from him. Dropped off. It was a Bellator event that night. Dropped off clothes to the dude there in Stanford, and then it was raining, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I was like, "Yo, I got to call up like a YMCA or something. We might have to move it like inside." And then we did it. I never even got to do a video though. We were supposed to do a video too. But then the dopest thing that came out of this was these little girls were practicing on the court, And then
That was that same shoot.
yeah.
And you got, wow. And it turned,
Yeah.
the little girls made it actually
Yeah. So I
better.
got a little video, but not anything. It was supposed to be like a whole.
See, that's
Like,
beautiful, man. When you can have like a
yeah.
shoot or like something like that.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm saying like a stylist is like very important, because a stylist is almost like, in my eyes, of what I would call it, is like a casting director.
Yeah.
Because they're literally casting the clothes, they're directing the suit.
Oh, don't worry. I did shoots and we were doing sports shoots, and let's just say one guy he didn't come with no sneakers or no cleats. He came with flip flops on. And I was like, bro, you knew we were at a football field today.
Yeah,
so,
I've had situations where you got to hurry up and run out and go to H&M, hurry up and grab a shirt, grab something like a white shirt to put underneath, because what happened is they spilled something on the clothes. Dude, I got great stories and I got horror stories. But what happens is you stay positive and you make the best of it. And the great thing about it is the ones where you think is about to become bad because they may have spilled something, that turns out to be your best shoot.
yeah.
And it's just fun because you have a funny story afterwards. I'm always never going to be upset. I'm just going to find a positive outside of it. I'm just going to find, is it going to be a weird positive? Like, dude, we're going to H&M right now. We're buying another shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's why, like you said, like it did like that with all the the little girls in it, that wasn't planned. So maybe that was better than the video that was supposed to happen.
I remember how happy Renee was afterwards. So like, it's like little things like that it's just so perfect.
Yeah, actually, I have another picture that I didn't even release yet from it because it's dope. But and everyone uses the meme. I'm about to show it to you.
It's funny because like now we're living in these days where like content is like we're sitting on content and don't even know it. But like me, I'm holding off on posting photos because I don't know. I'm just in my own head right now.
Yeah, I haven't really posted anything. But where the hell is this? But yeah. Oh yeah, actually, my boy that did this photo shoot, he wants to link up with you too. He followed you already. Golden Goals.
Okay, I have to look through it.
Yeah. Why is it? I don't know. For some reason, it's a Photoshop file, but I'll open it. Let's see. Being weird. Yeah, so
I want you to see my dog right now. Like first off, like I like taking, I love the background right now. So like the wall, like, cause it's two different colors.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is like, I'm taking this call in my room with my dog. And yesterday in the middle of Renee's live, he starts drinking water and it's like, he's gulping the water. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. Like you would. So now I have to move the cans. I got to do everything. I'm like, dude, yo, look at my boy Jody on here from Xbox.
Oh, yeah. I heard you talking about that yesterday, too.
Jody live. Jody's good as hell at Call of Duty and 2K. Matter of fact, every game.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Jody, no. Yo, that's dope.
You know the meme, like the Spider-Man's looking at each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. But I think we messed up. We're supposed to use our other hand. But obviously it's edited. It's two of her and one.
Hey, it still looks good.
And then you see the shirt?
Real recognized, real upside down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Jody's been begging me for a suit for like 3 years now. Jody, I got a hoodie for you.
That would be that's kind of a good idea. Since like esports is big, that could be almost like a funny photo shoot. A guy just like dressed up in a suit playing Xbox.
That's actually a good idea. Seth is a good one for me because Seth
That's
is always
it's almost like I don't even know what the word would be. It's almost like an oxymoron almost.
right, playing a guy in a suit playing video games.
Yeah, but that could be him playing before like pregame.
Yo, you know how many people play video game? Like, it's funny because, okay, give you an example, Jody. I've known Jody since 2010, I want to say 2009.
So,
So 11 years,
yeah,
2009. And so 2009, we've known each other, never met.
yeah.
But dude, it's like those
You
were the
guys
days
meet
when
now?
hmm?
You guys
No,
met now?
we haven't, we still never met. But like
There's a TikTok, and it's like two people that like they made a TikTok because they that was the first time they met. They went into like a Mavs game or something, and they were from Xbox.
but see, that's great. Like, give you an example. Like, I remember when Jody had his first baby.
Yeah,
Like,
that's great.
like he had his baby at the same time Jay-Z had Jay-Z had Blue Ivy.
Yeah,
So like we used to always make the jokes, but like it's the things like that. So it's like, you know, before I remember before my games, like we would be playing video games.
yeah.
And I remember Jody was like one of the people, like our whole crew like that. So it's like it's
Wait.
just
You've been playing with them since you were in college?
yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I remember I used to play with some guy from Japan, and this was before like you know, I mean, I guess you could have went on Google, but this was like AOL like dial-up days, like maybe I was in middle school, high school, and I was like, yo, just send me some like pictures from Japan. And he used to send me like pictures like outside and stuff.
Dude, I got some stories for you. Literally Janae Aiko, like
Yeah.
I didn't know it was her, but like
Yo, what is up? You were just playing all these famous people?
so client wise, now a lot of my clients they all
Yeah,
play Xbox.
yeah, yeah. I got you.
So we'll all play together, but
What
like
sports games you play?
2K, Madden,
Yeah.
so I got a rule for myself. I can't have 2K and Madden at the same time. Like
I feel you because literally I usually buy like only one sports game, like one.
you
Like
got
last year, I think I bought NHL. This year, I went back to 2K. I don't know if you
so
heard
you
me. I said
got you got
like yeah, like last year I think, or like 2 years ago I bought like NHL, and then 1 year I bought like 2K, and then 1 year I bought like FIFA.
see. So look real quick. So you got Ant Jameson in here, my boy Ant. So remember how I was just telling you about Jody. So I'm
Yeah.
so glad Ant jumped in here. So like Ant, photographer out here.
Yo, they must be hearing us or something like.
They got to. So look, real quick, funny story about Ant. This is literally Ant is my brother for life. So what happens is you never know who you're gonna meet. So like give you an example, me and you have never met in person, but at least we got the video chat going on and we got Renee. Yo, with Ant, I've known Ant since 2003, I want to say. And we met because we all had that was when sidekicks were really big. And so we used to talk to Janae Aiko, and then we didn't know it was Janae Aiko. And so it's like funny that this whole story. So like Ant, we didn't officially meet until 2010 or 11. Dude, like this is my brother, man. I allowed him to come stay at my house and hadn't even met this man. And he stayed with me in Chicago. Dude, we went to the club, man, and had the greatest time. Like my top 5 greatest moments at the club ever. And then the funny thing is, I'm living here in New York. Like I see him whenever I can because he's in Brooklyn. You know how he's in Brooklyn. I'm in Harlem. But yo, that's my brother for real.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just. I don't
It's
know.
crazy
It's
how the
crazy.
world is so
It's
small.
like, yeah, I forgot what else I was gonna say, but yeah, that's just. I mean, it's just the 2000s and just I don't know all this social media and all the networking. So like,
Dude, my
oh yeah,
mom
that's what I was
sent
gonna
me.
say. I worked with athletes before,
Mhm.
like doing like marketing and stuff. Like, I didn't meet them until like 3 years later.
See,
Like I get it because you actually have to meet them to fit them. But I guess I don't really need to meet them, and I guess I really never need to meet them if I don't want to. But
I always get a call or
yeah,
like an introduction. They'll say, "Hey, I want to introduce you to my client," and then I don't meet their client until months later.
yeah,
Like, but you
yeah,
communicate with them. It's like, dude, it's weird. But like for you, like 3 years, yeah,
yeah. So yeah, it's interesting.
that's real interesting, man.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, and yeah, I'll have
Bro,
to hop on
always,
here
man.
so then you could interview me.
Let's definitely set that up next week, whenever your schedule's free.
Yeah. All right, sounds good.
Look,
Appreciate it.
maybe my hair will probably grow in by then.
Yeah, my hair is crazy right now. I
See,
think it's the longest it's been in like I don't know, probably like 5 years.
yo, make barbers essential.
Well, the funny thing is actually my mom's a hairdresser, so I could get a haircut whenever I want, but I just haven't done it.
That's what happens when you're in the house and you're just being lazy. I feel you.
All right, I'll see you.
All right,
Have a good
bro.
one.
You too,
Have a
man.
good one.